welcome back to the United Show. Glazers out is the new topic for this week, and thank God we need to get rid of them. But today, we are joined with Niall, and we are joined by Matthew. How are you doing, lads?
Yeah, I'm all good. You?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, to be fair. So, Matthew, how are you doing? Make sure
I'm
you're
doing
there.
okay.
Not
I'm
frozen.
doing good.
All right, that's pretty good. So yes, this week obviously we're celebrating obviously the strikes that are helping out Carrington, and obviously with we want the Glazers out as much as possible. So yeah, Ed Woodward gone, but to start off today, we're going to start off with something special. Usually we start with the quiz last, but we're going to start with today. We're going to start first, right? So now you can take it away.
Yeah.
So as I know.
I've got a dip at 10:30, so we're doing the quiz first. Rules are you get a minute to look at the picture, no longer than a minute. You can thank RJ for that, and the rest of you actually.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, no. To be fair, when you bring like guys who are under 18, and then you show them a picture of like 2000, like congratulations, like no one will remember that. Anyway,
firstly, 1 minute. I've got it written down. It was 2007.
Okay, I was 4 years old. Thank you so much, mate. Like, I appreciate it. And that was a banger to me. Like, honestly, no one remembers that. Anyway, come on. Let's get into it.
Even Jeannie got the picture, and he looked it up.
He googled it. He definitely googled it.
All right. So, are you both ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take it for the team. Let's do it for everybody else in the United community. Let's go.
Picture number 1 is this.
Ooh, okay. First of all, I can tell you for a fact, I know what kit that is. Just looking by it, and that's definitely Chittery. I know my kits, believe me. I know my kits. That's definitely 2011 for sure. No, I'm telling you, 100%. That's 2011.
Yeah.
Newcastle, obviously in the Prem, because you can definitely see the logo right there. The score, though, man. If I think I'm right on this one, I think it's 1-1 because I remember that Chicharito scored first, and then they went down to 10 men. And who scored? It was what's his name? It was that guy. No, it wasn't 4. No, mate, it was 1-1. I remember this game. Legit. Hold on, look, who scored that goal? Do you know that guy who scored that goal against Chelsea? That's the person who scored the. It doesn't.
Demba.
That's it, yes, Demba. So yeah, right now we'd like to lock in our answer.
Excellent. So, picture number 2 is this one.
Okay. Oh wow.
It looks like is that
this is.
I need to take that down so you can see the whole picture.
Perfect. All right.
Sure that helps,
first and foremost, that is Saha and Rooney. This is I think if you could look straight there, I think that's definitely the Carling Cup because of that thing. Because obviously it's not the Premier League, it's not the FA Cup, and back then, the Carling Cup was the sponsor. So what I'm thinking is, right, it's probably the final. What year though? That kid, it was like 2005, 2006, one of those two. I remember that in the Liverpool show that they got baited, but I think it's 2006.
So what's the answer?
So we're saying wait. So he needs the year, the competition, and the score, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think this was when Rooney got a double, Saha got a goal, and Ronaldo got a goal. So I'm saying 4-0 United, 2006, and then the Carling Cup final.
Okay. So
is that not at home?
No, but that's the Carling Cup. That's the Carling Cup, my guy. Just see on Saha.
Yeah, but I don't know if to find it.
Picture number 3 is this one.
Oh, this kit. I remember. I have this kit actually. It's just I grew out of it. It's 2013. Wayne Rooney. This is against Reading in the Premier League, and this was the only goal he scored in the game. 1-0. I'm confident on this. I'm telling you. I remember.
What year?
I believe it was 2013. 2013.
Okay. All right. Picture number 4 is Picture number 4 is this one.
Oh wow. I'm I mean, first of all, you can't even see any opponents. Like, Jesus, cheers,
Yeah,
Niall.
that's mad. That's
Come,
mad.
like, I mean, like, is this like so rigged against us at this rate? I mean, we're gonna have to guess it, innit?
To be fair, I didn't even realise I didn't put one.
I'd go
the
Bruno.
opponent.
Do you know what I think?
Fernandes versus Watford. 3-0.
Yes, I do think that's his Watford as well. Because I do remember that haircut that he had and the beard. It was a horrible beard, honestly. He should have let it grow. And right now he actually looks a lot better. So yeah, 3-0 Watford, Premier League, and it was in 2020 last season.
Okay, and your last picture, crikey, you didn't even need the time limits. Your last picture is this one.
Oh my god! Well, this is definitely, and I can tell you for a fact, I know my kid's 2009 Fulham. It's definitely in the Premier League, and the score is the only problem. I think my guess would be like 3-0 or something like that. Because I genuinely can't remember this game. I think 3-0 is a rough guess. That's what I'm guessing.
So what was the score?
3-0 I'm going. Do you want to go for that, Matthew?
Yeah.
3-0 to United. Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, it wasn't 3-0. No, hold on. No, shit, fuck it. No. Was it? No, hold on. I'm trying to remember this game. No, because I remember this was Chelsea. They won the Premier League that season, didn't they? And this was the game that literally fucked us up in the league. Because it wasn't 3-0 to us.
10
I think it was 3-0.
We lost
It was 3-0 to Fulham.
We'll go 3-0.
Because I remember, 3-0 to Fulham. We lost 3-0. And that's what cost us the season completely.
Okay, so.
I was just a bystander there.
I don't know how RJ did that. Like, I thought there was something that would catch him out, to be fair, but haven't he not? Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just deleting the overlays. I like to keep a clean and easy, tidy ship. So the first one you said was Newcastle 1-1 Premier League 2011. You are correct. The second one you said was Wigan 4-0 EFL Cup 2006. You are correct. The third one you said was 1-0 Reading Premier League in 2013. You are correct. The fourth one you said was 3-0 to Watford in the Premier League 2020. You are correct. And the last one you said was Fulham 3 United 0 in the Premier League in 2009, and you are correct. So that is 15 out of 15 for the United boys this week, which means United.
You can't cheat us. You can't cheat us.
Which means United go.
What did Liverpool get? Sorry.
They got 13, so you are 2 points clear at the top.
Yep. We reign supreme because we're the greatest. Simple as that. And that has been a great stream. Thank you so much for watching. No, I'm going to mess it. All right, guys. So let's get straight into it. So hello to Gabriel and hello to Daniel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. So we got 15 out of 15. No surprises there. Okay, so let's start off with the Glazers. So Glazers out is the new movement. Obviously, as you may know, there's obviously fan protests at Carrington at the training ground. In your opinion, was this a good idea, or do you think, is this a good? Firstly, do you think the first riot they kind of had at Carrington, do you think it was a good idea? Because to be fair, police did have to get into, did have to come and escort the people. But what was your opinion on it, Matthew?
Well, Ollie spoke to them, so obviously it was a good idea because Ollie didn't seem too threatened by it. So I don't know why the police were called. But yeah, they got their point across quite well, to be fair. So I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, 100%. Niall, what do you think of the riots? Especially, we will also go through obviously more of that.
It wasn't a fucking riot, was it? Like I've seen riots, and that wasn't a riot. No, I thought it was a good idea. Look, it made the media talk about it. It made the media get the message across. It also highlighted that you might have some security problems at Carrington that you didn't know about before. So I suppose that's a benefit. Maybe look at
that's our transfer budget gone. We're going to sign lovely security guards for the next season. So
maybe just some more gates. I don't know what. Apparently, it was very easy to get into. But no, look, they spoke to Ollie. There was reports apparently Ollie said Joel loves the club, which is complete bullshit because apparently someone at the protest was like, yeah, Ollie didn't say that. So again, more people just chatting shit. Nah, for me it was
Yeah.
it was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I agreed with it. I thought like you got to protest, you got to get the thing out there. I thought you did a good job. Or they did a good job. You did nothing, but
100%. Well, I mean, I was supporting right in my own bedroom right here. So, but anyway, we'll move on to the next topic. Obviously, 4 certain players and 1 retired player, but we all love him. Kind of had a very vocal point when it came to United's choice in saying in this UEFA Super League, or as I like to call it, the cash cow of Premier League clubs who literally can't afford to pay their bills. So the 4 players that were told was Bruno, Shaw, Maguire, and Rashford. The other person I'd like to talk to, let's be honest, Gary Neville. I mean, the man, let's be honest, he every single night on Twitter, on YouTube, etc. He literally gave his opinion on this. He said it was an absolute joke. Especially when we played Spurs, he said this was an absolute disgrace. And to be fair, I do agree with him. So, in your opinion, Matthew, how important is it to have players, and especially former players, speak out against travesties like this?
I don't think if those players hadn't spoken, I don't think there would have been as much fan protest. I don't think anyway, because I think that helped it hugely, in my opinion. And even rival fans are supporting Gary Neville at the minute, so it just shows that he was speaking facts for once, actually, because he's not a very good pundit, in my opinion. But this time he got it right, to be fair.
Well, we all love Gary Neville. We all love him. Niall, what was your opinions on it?
On what?
On just players itself, just speaking out against speaking out against this.
Yeah, they needed to. The ones who could cause real change and really impact this the most was the players, and they did that, and they did a good job. Big up to Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, the lot of them. I thought they all did a good job raising an issue, and that for me was really beneficial. It really just it showed that, look, you can do this Super League, but you're not going to have the players for it, and therefore you're not going to have the money for it. So look, you had to shut it down. You had to shut it down straight away. And I thought the players did a good job. I particularly liked Luke Shaw's message that he put out. I thought that was a really powerful one. Basically, just stating that, look, you can't. This is what I dreamed of, and playing in Champions League and the Premier League, like that. That is what I dreamed of as a kid. So, I thought his message was the most powerful. But apparently, Maguire had a word with Ed Woodward as well. So
we'll get onto that. So talking about Slabhead and the fridge, we all love him, to be fair, but especially Niall. But look, so we have learned that it was a talk that Harry Maguire and Ed Woodward had in his room. Sorry, not his room. Jesus Christ, that'd be weird. In his office. Apparently, he went full Grease mode back then. But how impressed are you of the captain of United for stepping up? Standing against Mr Ed Woodward, Mr Businessman himself. What do you think about him?
Not captain in my eyes. Bruno's captain, but I guess he has the armband, so he kind of is captain. I heard he yelled it. Woodward, who I am, and stuff like that. So what a guy. But,
I mean, he is over 6 foot, so if he's shouting at you and he's ahead like a boulder, I say you start running fast. Anyway,
he probably started shouting, "Do you know who I am?"
Probably said to Ed Woodward, "Do you know?" But Niall's not looking too pleased. But Niall, what was your opinions on our captain's his best performance since being at the club? What do you think of it?
That actually is true. And that's sad.
He just did the right thing, didn't he? He's the captain. He, in theory, represents your players. Look, he had to. He had to. He is the captain. Whether people think he's a leader or not, that's up for another debate. But clearly, he felt quite passionately about this. I presume the fact that playing for Sheffield United and Leicester probably gives him a strong indication on all of that. So, for me, he did the right thing. it was just key to make sure that he did the right thing, like and didn't back out of it. So no, I think he can be quite happy with his actions.
Yeah, 110%.
For once.
I mean, to be fair, look, with the chat from the big man himself, Ed Woodward then stepped down not only from UEFA but from United as well. What's your opinion on it? To be fair, Matthew. To be fair, look, he was a big backing under Ollie. Now questions, we'll see. How will this end up? Who will be our next one? We will obviously talk about that next. But as a whole, what would you rate Ed Woodward's time at United? What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10? I know we won the Europa League, but we shouldn't even be in this fucking competition.
Yeah.
And I put that down to him as well, just as much as the manager. So fucking 2, not even 2, 1, not even 1. I'm going to give him minus 1 out of 10. Fuck him. Who's a cunt? I mean, he tried to ruin our club as well. So fuck him.
Yeah. And Niall, what's your opinions on Mr. Businessman Ed Woodward?
Look, I've always said that if he has to make money, he can do that very well. If he has to spend that money, he does it so badly. Like it's
he spent
so
80
bad.
million on Maguire. He spent 80 million on Maguire.
That is one of the things that goes down on his sheet. No, he's been really poor. But the Glazers are more at fault.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because who put him in charge? The Glazers. Who's allowed him to be in charge for 16 years? The Glazers.
And they didn't even sack him. He had to step down. They didn't even sack him.
Exactly.
Plus there's the same people who and even Joe Glazers even quote this. He said, I did not understand the offside rule for over 2 years, and I still don't understand it. So he's the owner of Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he doesn't even know the offside rule. But we'll talk about the Glazers and but what I will say is, right, so talking about the Glazers, right, we're gonna keep on this topic because it is a big topic. Obviously, the Super League, obviously it got cancelled because of us, and I do think it's very important. And the Premier League, they have to take repercussions to us. They have to. There's no way they can. I don't think, and I was watching, Sky Sports all morning, so I know all this. Only messing, no, they don't know anything. But pretty much what I will say is, what the meeting was between the other 14 teams saying, they're not going to punish the fans, they're not going to punish the players, so they're not going to give it like a fine, because let's be honest, those clubs they don't care about no fine. They're not going to, points is just going to be very, it's not really going to impact if they take points, right? What they're going to do is they're going to try and affect the owners and the people who are in charge of these clubs. So for committees in the Premier League, pretty much it will mean that, say United had a load of people there. There'll be less United, there'll be less Liverpool, less Chelsea, less Arsenal. Well, I mean, there's no Arsenal, let's be honest, but in general, like there'll be less decisions made on our behalf, and I think that's fine. That's a fair thing. It does not affect the fans because I do believe that we're still being part of this club. We're still Man United fans. We're still in the Premier League. We're still going to probably get second, move on to next season's Champions League. So yeah, Matthew, what was your opinion on just that in general, just the Super League, how it's disappeared for now? It's apparently suspended, but what's your opinion on it?
I'm glad it's gone, because those 2 days it was happening, that was horrible. It did make us understand how much we like football, love football. To be fair, and it did benefit us in a way by getting Woodward out, but that's only half the problem. So we need to get Glazers out as well, but it has benefited us in a strange way, in fairness.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, 110%. Niall, what's your opinions on it?
What, on the Super League?
Yes, the legendary Super League that lasted about 2 days.
We never lost a game in it.
It was the most barbaric, disgraceful thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've been around for a good 25 years, and I've never seen something so barbaric, something so horrifically shocking. It was appalling. It was selfish. It was done for greed. It was never done to. It was never done to maximise the football. It would kill the lower leagues, kill the Premier League. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't change, but UEFA needs to change. But that Super League proposal was it was horrific.
Yeah, I mean, look, Florentino Perez, I mean, the man is a snake in general. We will talk about more about him, but one thing he said was that the teams that were involved with this have planned this for the last 3 years. Now, how concerned are you that United have spent 3 years planning this huge event, and then just because the fans didn't like it, they've cancelled out? What's your opinions on that, Matthew?
I swear we already knew. Did we not already know that? And already people were like saying this is bullshit. It'll never happen. But we were like told, we were warned about it. In fairness, not by the owners obviously, but there was leaks that they were planning this. But yeah, I don't know how they got bullied out of it by fans after planning it for so long. It just shows how much of a backbone they have. In fairness, so I'm glad it didn't go through. But if they can't even. Oh no, it's just stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, I've got no words for it anymore.
Well, Pence, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, yeah. Obviously, we're just talking about the Super League that the collapse, obviously 2 days, congratulations. It lasted longer than, a lot of things. But yeah, what was your opinions on the Super League's collapse, United's involvement in it and all that crap? What's your opinions overall?
I mean, personally, I think it's embarrassing that we were even involved. But to be honest, was anyone really surprised? As soon as I saw the name of Super League floating around, I knew United was going to be involved. It was one of those things where it was all about money from the start. These owners don't care about the fans. They don't care about true football. And the Super League was against true football in any or in every form of the way. And it was always just going to be about money, especially when Florentino Perez is he's heading the operation. It's never going to be a good thing. So no, absolute shambles. I'm not surprised that it fell through. Did I think it was going to for a period of time? I thought it was definitely going to march on, but I'm so glad it did, man. I'm so glad.
Yeah, 110%. Niall's given his opinion about it yet. So we're going to move on to the next topic. Obviously, we were talking about overall, just while you were gone, Pence, we were talking about just the players themselves stepping up. But just get your opinions on that. Obviously, Bruno, Shaw, Maguire, Rashford, Neville, etc. Former United players just stepping up. And what's your opinions on them just stepping up in general?
I mean, it's huge. I think, I think if we didn't have players that stepped up, I don't know if we would have pulled out, to be honest. You still got clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid, players in those clubs who have no spine whatsoever, and they're still in the Super League. I don't know if Juventus have pulled out or not. I saw they were.
I think they are, yeah.
Okay. So Real Madrid, Barcelona, the only two teams left in it. And, I had a feeling that we would have players step up and stand up, especially because someone like Ollie is the manager. It makes you wonder if we had someone else, if he would have stood up. He's a former player. He understands the club. I'm glad the players did. Bruno, these guys would have been banned from the World Cup and banned from playing in the Euros. You think Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes and these guys, Marcus Rashford especially, would give up the chance to play for their club or for their the country? I'm so glad they did. And I tell you what, we slander Harry Maguire a ton around here, but he is a club legend for this one. He's a club legend for this one.
No, don't go far.
No. What me and Matthew agreed was that was his best performance since joining this club.
Oh, by far. Yeah. He bashed Ed Wood. I saw a tweet that was saying that Bruno crossed Ed Woodward into him, and Harry Maguire had it at home.
I mean, yeah, let's put it like that, to be fair. So we'll just talk about obviously Woodward. He's been at the club since 2013, I believe, since the disappearance of Sir Alex. We do miss him from management, so hopefully he comes back. But for his time in general, what was your opinion of his time here? Obviously, everyone else gave their opinions on. We just want your opinion. All right, what was your opinion on Mr. Ed Woodward?
I'll tell you what, I think he got a lot of don't save the faces, but I think he got a lot of unnecessary, unwarranted stick. I thought he got treated very unfairly from the fans because you got to remember, he is answering to the people above him. He's not the one that's managing it. He's answering to the people above him. He's only got the certain budget that he can spend and negotiate with these players or with these clubs. So, I think Woodward was kind of the fall guy. And the one that was the, whenever anything went wrong, he was the one that took all the blame because he's always the one that's in the public eye. He's the one dealing with brands, sponsors, player negotiations. So he's going to be the one that ultimately gets anything that happens. So for what he was given, I think he did all right. Obviously, he bottled a lot of deals that we probably should have gotten done, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes where that could have been more of a Glazer issue than anything. I think number one issue is the Glazers at the top. But at the end of the day, he answers to them. So, we, like I said, we don't know, but I think for what he's been given, I think he's done all right. Brand deals, bringing in the brands and sponsors, that's huge.
Yeah, 110%. Strong TV says, "Thought he was a red carded. Don't you have to miss a game?" Thing is, I'm over. One sec, lads. I'll give one more topic before I have to do something. So So what would you do? Okay, so Pence, what would you do if to ease the club out?
I mean, it's got to be. I think we got to take the Bundesliga approach to it. To be honest, the 50+1 fan ownership. I think that's the only way to go from here. I think the Glazers have to get out of the club. After that, we hardly had any trust in them to begin with. I think the reputation and the relationship with the Glazers is too far gone. I think it's too far damaged at this point for them to really come back from this. So I think the really only logical place to go from here is they got to get out of the club. There's no way that they stay in the club past the season. I mean, I don't know. It's difficult because you got to find a buyer, and it's a little difficult to buy such an expensive club Manchester United, worth $4 billion or whatever they were valued at. But I think it's an irreparable relationship between the owners and the fans. And when you lose the fans, I mean, that's what makes the club a club. You lose the fans, you lose everything. So I'd be surprised when we're starting to get everyone vaccinated, get back into stadiums and, fans attending games. I guess we'll see. To be honest.
Yeah, obviously, sorry about that. Just stuff happened, lads, but we're right back on the stream, okay? But a certain buyer said on Twitter that he'd like to buy Manchester United. Now, he goes by the name of Mr. Conor McGregor, coming from the country of Ireland. And, I don't know how he's going to do it. I mean, people looked up his net worth it's not even $1 billion, so I don't know how he's going to buy Manchester United. If he had to buy like a chunky United, I'll take that. But, how would you love Mystic Mac to be part of the gang, Matthew? What would you say yes to it?
I don't like him, but I'm sure he'd be better than the Glazers. But I think it'd be him and Dana White that would take probably. It'd be him and Dana White.
Maybe.
Project, maybe. So could be something in that. Maybe. I doubt it. Though he's probably just waffling as usual.
Maybe, yeah. Pence, what would you like? Would you like to see Mystic Mac as part of the shareholders?
I mean, honestly, I'd like to see him in there. I feel like I've known for quite some time that he's been a United supporter. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there. And like I said, it goes back to the Bundesliga model where they have the fan ownership, the 50+1, where they've got the fan ownership and you get votes based off the number of shares you own. So I feel like he could be a good, he's a football fan, so he would know, what play, obviously how much knowledge he's got, we'll yet to see, but I think he'd be one that would put the club first, if anything. He wouldn't. I doubt he'd have any kind of serious interest in it. I think he was just kind of riding the wave and getting a tweet out there like a lot of celebrities were. But I don't think there's anything in it. But would I be intrigued to see if he wanted to buy like 10% of something of the club? I think it'd be funny to watch.
Yeah,
there's a video out there of him saying he supports Liverpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. Never mind that. I take that back. Yeah, no, get out.
Adios, amigos. It's end of the line. Obviously, it'd be funny that we can get it. But no, what do you think of the former two-time UFC champion as a part of the United team?
So you want to go from a bunch of shit owners to a clueless owner? Like, I'm sorry, but what? I've just heard that question right, haven't I? Do I think Conor McGregor should be the owner of United? Firstly, if Conor McGregor's got £4 billion, I'd be fucking shocked. And that's just to buy the club, let alone to invest in the club. Old Trafford needs renovating. Your playing squad's gonna need some money. I mean, this ain't gonna be no easy picnic. Like, you're gonna at least need a person who, we're talking probably 10, 11 billion pound owner. There's not many of them around. You're probably gonna have to wait for the Saudis to do their beef with the FA, and then they'll be allowed back in.
I mean, Jeff
Just
Bezos.
stop killing people unlawfully, and you can own a football club. It's really not difficult.
Anyway,
Like,
I mean, look,
where's the difficulty in not killing people unlawfully?
Or is it just killing people, not lawfully or unlawfully?
Well,
That's a good
yeah,
point
but that's
as well.
part of the issue. That is part of the issue. Like, stop killing people unlawfully, and you might be able to invest in a football club.
all right. Oh wow, that's a good talk.
That's a
I
good
mean, look. I mean, look. You know, it'd be very interesting. I do think. Well, I do agree with Pence. Obviously, I do think it was a bit of. You know, there was a bit of hype around the topic, so he might have jumped on it. I mean, he did post a few graphic images on his Instagram. You've been warned. So yeah, do check it out. Professor, welcome to the stream. Don't just check out his Instagram if you want to see what happened. But anyway,
I don't have Pence on Instagram, and nor do I think
not
I want
Pence.
to check out.
No, McGregor. Jesus God.
Oh, fuck no.
Anyway,
I don't even think I'd want to check out his Instagram, to be good.
no, it is pretty
check
weird.
that
To be
right.
fair.
I'm going to check that right now. 1 minute.
Mr. Mac does what he wants. Anyway, so obviously, you know, watching the United stand, you know, that's one of the most reliable sources on the internet. They're saying that Ollie will be let down on transfers, right? Anyway,
Oh my God. You haven't just quoted a YouTube channel as one of the most reliable sources out there, have you?
it's Mark
You
Goldberg.
haven't just.
Anyway, it's
I
Mark
thought
Goldberg. Anyway.
it could be fucking Britney Spears with her tits out. Doesn't make it reliable.
I mean, yes, but it's Mark Goldberg. We all like Mark Goldberg. Anyway,
Wow.
what would you say, right? If Ollie gets, say, 1 or 2 signings this summer, probably not even the signings that we want. Let's say we get Tyrone Mings and, oh, God, someone else, right? What do you think the fans will do, Pence, do you think?
Oh God, I don't even want to know. If we get someone by the name of Tyrone Mings and someone else in the team, I don't even want to know, man. It's just gonna be an ugly season. I fear for the Glazers. I genuinely I sympathize with them because they really don't have a clue. It's, you know, it gets to a point where you'd almost feel bad for them. They really don't have a clue, and here they are, owning one of the biggest clubs in the world. And Jesus, man, I'd feel so bad for them. I would feel terrible.
Yeah, I would feel terrible. Like, just they cry with their money, you know, this as the rich.
Oh, I saw one of the Glazers, the pictures going around the internet. He's a billionaire and he was getting into a Jeep today. I'm sorry, a Jeep isn't a bad vehicle, but like, you're a billionaire, bro.
Yeah.
What are you driving around a Jeep for?
Why did McGregor post his wife's
No.
It's because it's Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Don't say it, please. It's going to be a
Oh no,
surprise.
you can absolutely say what it is. It's after 9 o'clock.
Well, you know, it's just Conor making, you know.
Conor being Conor.
Is it the upper part or the bottom part?
You can find out, guys. You can find out. But
Oh,
Matthew,
for
what?
fuck's sake, you app. Is it on his story or has he posted it?
No, it's a post. It's a full-on post. Anyway.
Oh, excellent.
All right,
If the people watching are lucky, I'll get a screen grab and put it on as an overlay.
no, don't please. Anyway, so all right, let's okay. So Matthew, your opinion, right? So let's say, all right. So the story is Ollie will be let down for transfers. Let's say we buy some Tyrone Mings and some player from League One. Let's say Lucas Jepkot, whoever the hell he is, right? And what do you think the fans will do to the owners? I mean, look, Liverpool fans will probably kill their ones, to be fair, before we get to ours. But what do you think?
If that fucking happens, our fans won't be wanting to go into the Super League if we sign Tyrone Mings. He's an awful footballer. No, that won't happen. He'll get back. He has to get back. After what's happened, he has to get back.
Hold up. It's not there anymore.
It's not.
Google
Hold
it.
on, let me check. Google it.
That's what I had to do.
I think
Anyway.
Well, I think
it
at this point, if Ollie doesn't get back, this is just going to get ugly. I mean, you know, I feel like this could be a summer where the Glazers try and save face. They go out and splash I think if the Glazers stay in past this summer, I feel like this summer they'd go out and splash, just try and save face, get Sancho the first week of the summer, and just go out and do whatever just to make the fans happy, which realistically, that'd be a good thing. But, I mean, long-term goal, no way.
What, RJ?
Yeah, no, he deleted from his Instagram. Yeah.
Google it now. Google it now.
Yeah, just Google it. Just Google it. Just Google it. Yeah. Just Google Conor McGregor D. Devlin money. There you go. That's all you need to know.
I don't think I want to see, to be brutally honest with you.
It's so weird, but it's the McGregor wage. I mean, simple as that. His way or the highway.
Let's talk Conor McGregor.
Yeah, this could be our new like owner of Manchester United. Well, part of it, Jesus.
He's a Liverpool fan.
It is what it is, Anyway. So what do you think of just like if Ollie doesn't get back this summer, what do you think will happen?
Well, I believe United shoved fireworks at Ed Woodward's house, didn't they, when they didn't get Bruno on time. So
it's true.
I've no idea. I mean, if for one player you're gonna shove fireworks in someone's house, I presume after trying to destroy your club, the whole English football, and fuck up the summer, I dread to even think what this United fan base are going to do after that. All I'm going to say is, I don't know, how many United fans are there in America? Because it seems like the Glazers are going to be in hiding for some time.
Yeah, there's enough where they would have to worry. I can tell you that right now. There's plenty where they would be.
If I was the Glazers, I'd up my security and probably move to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I mean, fine. Yeah, just keep them safe. I mean, let's be honest, we don't want that. But anyway, we move forward. So there's a question, and this came out today. This is very recent. Not sure if it's been discussed already, but what do you think? What did the panel make of the news about Ryan Giggs? Is he found guilty of what's respect to his legacy?
Yeah, he hasn't been found guilty yet.
Not yet.
He's been charged with beating up someone.
Yeah,
which is barbaric in itself. It's never okay to beat someone up, but if you're male, it's really definitely not okay to start smacking a woman about that. It's just really bad, barbaric and horrific. That he's fucked himself over, royally fucked himself over. I don't think United can work with him. I mean, for an image on their own, you can't work with someone who's going to beat up a woman, can you?
Whether or not he's found innocent or guilty, it's still what part of his image, for the rest of his life.
I mean, if he's found innocent, you can work with him because innocent until proven guilty. But he's harmed his own reputation here. I mean, if he's found guilty, then United can never work with him ever again. It also raises questions on what will happen with Salford, because remember he's a part owner of Salford. As well. So look, now I mean, obviously innocent until proven guilty, but
I mean, look, I do agree. He has had a lovely career, as a footballer. Manager, I don't think he only had a few games in charge of us, as I do believe, and
did fairly well.
I mean, 4 wins, 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, I believe, or something like that. To be fair, but to be honest, if it is true, may he be, given the right sentence. But like I said, lads, we're gonna try and move on. Like I said, we're gonna try and keep this positive. Super League's collapsed. That's what I'm gonna say themselves.
Yeah, mate. There's shit tons of positivity around Manchester United at the moment. Fucking tons of it.
Let's talk about how Mason Greenwood was part of the job that got rid of Sir Jose Mourinho from his lovely job at.
Hold on, how the fuck did my boy Mason Greenwood get rid of Jose? I'm intrigued.
That last goal just kicked him out of the job.
No, that wasn't it. We all know that.
We all know.
No. So hold up a minute. So we all know that you can't control Jose's lips from moving. They're how do I put it? It's like they're automatic. Like you just can't stop them. There's absolutely no one in the club that can keep them lips from moving up and down, and there's absolutely nothing to keep him from his voice box not working either. And the fact that Super League and Jose having to go into a press conference Well, if you met fire, meet fire, like it would be an absolute fucking disaster. PR alone for Daniel Levy will be enough to make him go cry under a rock, because you just know Jose is going to have an awful lot to say about a Super League. In fact, he's going to have an awful lot to say, period. And yeah, I mean, he hasn't been sacked because of results. I mean, results have been great. But the fact that he had to, he was going to have to walk into a press conference whilst there's so much bad press about the Super League going around. I'm definitely not letting Jose Mourinho. If I'm Daniel Levy, there's no way on this planet I'm allowing Jose Mourinho to go talk to the media. Unless, obviously, you really want everyone to turn on you quite quickly.
It would have been funny to see, I'll tell you that right now. Watching Jose walk into there and absolutely tear the Super League a new one. I mean, he was the biggest proponent against it because obviously he's one of the best managers in history. Obviously, he's won about everything there is to win. If not, he's won everything. I think the only thing he's lacking from his resume at this point is an international trophy, which maybe he does get at some point. I don't know.
He's doing that next. That's his next job. Right.
I don't know. I think the results were definitely I think it warranted the sacking regardless. But you know, his mouth doesn't help either.
Do you not feel 7 days before a cup final?
Yes, because here's the thing with that though. If you're going to get rid of a manager anyways, if he's probably, Daniel Levy's probably saying, I'm going to get rid of him at the end of the season anyways. We've got a cup final in a week, which against Man City, looking at the big picture, are we going to win that? Most likely not. City are obviously going to be the favorites to win that. But if Jose Mourinho goes on to win that, they then have to pay him another bonus of probably 10 to 20 million because he's probably got it in the contract where Jose says, if I win a trophy, you give me this money bag.
What's more important for that tiny little club, right? To have to pay an extra couple of million or 10, 20 million, or to win a fucking trophy?
Yeah,
like, come on.
I think in the grand scheme of things, In the grand scheme of things, you got to remember it's Tottenham in the middle of a pandemic, not in the middle of a pandemic anymore, but it's, Tottenham exactly. They're not exactly the biggest brand in world football, so they got hit hard by the pandemic. And I think they're probably trying to save as much money as they can. They haven't spent hardly anything on transfers.
You don't need to mention pandemic with Tottenham. They're run by Daniel Levy. Yeah. That's enough. Yeah. They're on a they're literally run by a permanent pandemic in Daniel Levy.
I was going to say he was a pandemic in his own right, but no, I think Daniel Levy's I think he's a decent little, he doesn't spend, but the problem is I think Levy's a decent owner in his own right because listen, hear me out. He doesn't spend, but he look at the squad that they've assembled. I mean, they've got a decent squad. Obviously, they've not invested in the squad, but I'm sure they've got money in the bank sitting somewhere where they could go and just invest it any summer. I'm just saying.
Pence, with all the respect, right? With all respect, he's not spent money properly for Poch. In 4 years he was there, I think he only spent about one season on transfers. The 3 seasons, Poch had to carry that team.
They literally got to a Champions League final without Poch being backed with any transfers. Right, my dad's a Spurs fan, and I'll put it bluntly. Daniel Levy never wants to meet my dad. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you look at it from the devil's advocate here. They made it to the Champions League final without spending. So, I don't even think
that's because they had Poch and
right. I don't think Pochettino should have ever been let go. I don't think he should have ever left. No, I think they were a match made in heaven, but that's one of those things.
The thing was, Pence, was the Amazon documentary was coming out for Spurs. No one was going to watch it if Poch was still the manager. If they brought in Jose, it brought a lot of people. Let's be honest, I even watched it.
I watched it. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
I liked it so much, to be fair. But yeah, that's what it is. Spurs are Spurs. Their last time they won a trophy was 2009. It was the Carling Cup final. They haven't won a trophy in 11 years. Probably 12, actually.
Do you want to know what I'm most upset about? They didn't do an all or nothing during this pandemic, like Super League. Oh my God, I would have loved to have been a fly in the room of, let's say, Ollie or Jurgen when they're told, oh, by the way, mate, we're about to go join a Super League. Fuck me. Ollie must have been like...
Ollie found out 20 minutes before kickoff against Burnley. 20 minutes.
Could you imagine Ollie's there like, I'm about to walk out Old Trafford to face Burnley. Straight after, I've got to go face the fucking media, and you're about to tell me that you're going to go join the Super League. Go fuck yourself, and go fuck yourself very hard right now.
Yep.
I wonder what Sir Alex thought about that. Apparently, Alex Ferguson was fuming that Ollie had to go through that, and it just shows you. It just shows you that the Glazers don't give a shit about anyone in this club. They only care about themselves. They only care about the money.
Ferguson's fuming at the whole idea anime.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was one of the ones that I figured would be one of the loudest speakers against it, because obviously he's one of the older traditional managers who he built everything around winning the Champions League, winning the Prem, and having it mean something. You know, you join the Super League and nothing means anything.
He won the Champions League with Aberdeen. That would never have happened with this Super League.
No way.
Believe me. Not
well, maybe because there would be no more big clubs in Europe and the Champions League anymore. So maybe, but
yeah,
don't write West Ham off. Jesse,
hey, West Ham, respect West Ham.
It wouldn't have felt the same anyway. And to be fair,
exactly.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like I've heard everyone saying, "I'll get Fergie back as like chief exec." I'm like, let the man rest.
Yeah, just let him sit back, kick his feet up, and just let him relax.
Let him watch the games at the top of the stadium.
You've got his regen currently in charge of your club, right? So you've got Fergie regen currently sat in the dugout.
The Norwegian regen.
But some of the shit Ollie comes out with, it's like, are you sure you're not just Fergie in disguise, mate? Because
it's all he knows. It's all he knows is playing under Fergie.
He was so calm, saying, "Yeah, we just removed all the red stuff around the pitch and just put black there because the players can really see each other." It's like the way he's able to say that just so calmly.
Yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, we just did that because the players can. I was like, oh, that is so Fergie at the great. And then you've got him looking at his watch, going, I wonder if I look at this, it might work. Oh, it's worked. I'm surprised he hasn't.
Rashford on goal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't done that more often, because it worked with Cavani. I'm surprised he hasn't just gone, Fergie told me if I look at this, they know what to do. Like, you just couldn't get more of a regen if you tried. Ollie
which is fine. But that's the thing. I personally, I think Ollie's starting to. I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm curious to see how much better he can really go for. How much better he can really do from here. I think the semifinal against Roma will be a true test to see if we can really, take that next step under Ollie, and really if he can be the one to bridge the gap from Jose to what we need in a manager. Without getting too off topic, I think he's, I think that's a big test.
I've got a question though. Sorry, RJ, I know it's your show, but I have got a question. So if Ollie wins the Europa League, right, and finishes within like 8 points off City, has he had a better season than Jose did?
Yes.
Because he doesn't have Paul Pogba saying, "Yeah, I'm out of here, boys. See you later." What's a lovely tree.
Well, he's still yet to sign a contract yet, but
no, he will.
If I was Pogba though, I'm so signing a contract.
Yeah,
like, I'm looking around me, going, "There's a lot of talent here."
All I'm saying,
I quite like the manager.
Yeah,
I mean the Glazers. Trust me, you lot are having a huge summer. You are. Trust me, you're getting.
It's going to be massive. It's going to
be. You're going to get Sancho, Declan Rice, and Varane. They're going to buy you everything you want just to try and quell the. No, they're not going to go that far. He wants £1 million a week.
Okay, right. Ronaldo. Let's bring in Ronaldo.
No, but what I do, I believe. No, you'll get the 3 transfers that you normally do, but you'll get Sancho, Declan Rice, Varane.
That would be huge.
If we get you all 3 of them, they'll give Ollie and you probably lifetime contract because he hasn't really done too much to
7 year like the old Moisey, you know what I mean? 7 years.
Because the thing is, if you think about it logically, he could have tore the Glazers a new one in his press conference.
And he didn't exactly stand up for him, though. He didn't exactly stand up for her. He spoke against the Super League. He indirectly took some jabs at the Glazers, which was a big deal.
Ollie does that, though.
He did it.
He gives like little pointers.
He did what Donald Trump always should have done, which is try to be a bit more diplomatic about it. Like, instead of chucking his side, because I know United fans are like, why hasn't he come out and gone to the media and gone, this here disgrace?
Because he would have been sacked.
Yeah, because he would have lost his job.
Because he knows how the how it works at United, unlike Jose. And that's the thing I always say about all the others. Tell me a manager that we can bring in that would actually do well at the club, who knows the United dynasty, who knows how
Me.
United play football.
I'm available.
Yeah, mate, we need to see your experience, my guy, right?
Basically, just fill up the instead
actually.
of wine. Fuck the wine. I don't care for the wine. Just fill the wine fridge with just a shit ton of beer. And I'll be absolutely golden. Make sure there's beer at
Here's
the
a
training
great question,
practice.
actually. And Kieran, thank you so much.
If I'm gonna have to work with Harry Maguire, I'm going to be drunk.
Yeah. Here's a good question by Kieran. I actually rate this question. I'd rather not sign anyone this summer if it means we get those leeches out of our club. Would you sacrifice no transfers this summer to get rid of the Glazers?
No, because there's no guarantee they'll leave.
I think if you're saying a guarantee, if you're saying I think it's one side or the other. They leave, we get no one this summer, or they stay and we get a huge £300 million summer. And I think, like I touched on it earlier, it could be one of those summers where they really try and save face with the fan base and try and bridge the gap and sign a ton of players, just try and get everyone. Try and get the fan base back on their side and try and, it's a PR move. They try and push everything to the side, which is something that realistically will happen most likely. I mean, They're not commenting on whether they'll sell or not. From a long-term from a selfish standpoint, yes, I would rather sign the three players, Varane, Declan Rice, and Sancho, and keep them. That's just from a selfish, looking in the immediate future standpoint. But from long-term standpoint, no, I'd rather sign no one this summer and get rid of him. I think the squad that we've got right now is good enough to get us top 4 next season, and then we can sign someone obviously in the following windows.
Yeah. The thing is, think about it too. A bit like Penn said, you think about it in two ways, don't you? So there's one which is the Glazers are going to spend so much money to try and keep the United fans happy. It's actually going to be amusing. And secondly, if you do get them players, because the Glazers do spend money, they do allow Ollie about 100 million a year, which is fairly good. It's not too bad. But they've not had the right people in charge. If the Glazers got in Edwin van der Sar as chief executive,
fingers crossed that we do, by the way.
Or maybe disband the director of football role straight away, because I'm not convinced by John Myrtle. Right? I think it was a good idea to have a director of football. I'm just not convinced he's the right man.
Make Van der Sar in charge of that. Throw Van der Sar in charge of that, and we'd be fine.
That's what I mean by chief exec. Just let Van der Sar do all of that. Work with Darren. I think that might be a bit better. But I don't. It really. If the Glazers want to save face, they'll get Van der Sar in. They'll give you about £300 million in the summer, and they'll just shut up for a good 5 years.
And then we go and win him a title. They take all the money, and there you go.
What I personally think is, right, because when you look at the resume that Van der Sar has brought into Ajax, especially Matthijs de Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Donny van de Beek, Ziyech, brought Ziyech, same thing.
Quincy Promes was a baller as well until he had that little. He stabbed someone or whatever, and it ruined his PR.
Yeah, but. I mean, so did Onana until he blew up the lab that he was, the drug test. But
right.
Hold on, he just mixed his wife's medicine with.
That's a shame. He got done dirty by that. But like, you look at the point being on that, you look at the talent that he's been able to manufacture from that. You think Ajax, obviously they're a club, a fairly big club, obviously the biggest club in the Dutch league, but. What they're able to do. I feel like Ajax is known for kind of being that club that like is always just constantly producing players, always constantly producing talented young players that go on to the top 5 leagues. And, even you can say the top 3 leagues, I guess. And they just do nothing but produce. I mean, look how good Donny, when he's played for us, look how good he's been. His only touch on the ball was against Burnley was the assist. His only touch not only touch. His only successful pass the only successful pass was an assist, and it was a beautiful assist. Great vision on it, but it just goes to show the quality that they produce. We were against someone like Van der Sar to United. I mean, it's just that could be the pairing that we need. Van der Sar and Ollie that could I'm not even joking, that could seriously cause a lot of issues across Europe. That could seriously be a dangerous pairing.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I'll take him. I mean,
Just imagine this summer if you got Van der Sar, Frankie De Jong, Matthias De Ligt, and Jadon Sancho. Could you just imagine the other rivals going? Oh,
Pep's just like,
he'd fuck off to La Liga or something.
He'd just be like to the owners, like, is Haaland too expensive at this rate? You know, we need him now. You know, I mean, to be fair, if we get all those players, I mean, even like. I say, look, you know, Ronaldo, I know it's unlikely, but he's 25 million. I mean, 10 more million than...
Right. Can you shut the fuck up about Ronaldo?
Nah, Ronaldo...
Because I'm gonna be as brutal as possible for this, right? It's never, ever been successful going back to where you were. Look at Gareth Bale. He is half the man he was at Spurs. Do you really want to damage Ronaldo's legacy by bringing him back, having him fail in front of your eyes, and you, RJ, being totally responsible for that?
Yeah,
because I would hold you,
RJ, solely for Ronaldo's legacy.
I would literally entirely blame you. I would get that trending a lot.
I'll apologize to his family, the fans, everything. You know, his son. You know who. I mean, look. All I will say is, and
you have to do the next United show in a Man City shirt.
Oh, pain.
I'm not wasting my money on plastic.
It's okay. I'll happily buy it for you. You just have to wear it.
I'll have a lighter. Just there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but let's move on to our next game. Obviously, we play Leeds, and I want to talk on this specific player who actually had a great interview. His name is Patrick Bamford, and he was talking about the racism scenario in UEFA and all that. And honestly, I fair play to him, and he got my full respect now. Obviously, you know, he could play for Ireland. Shut up. But at the end of the day, you know, fair play to him, man. You know, what a great time to do it. I mean, there's so much talk about the Super League and all that, and then he just comes up saying, you know, he does a great performance, and then just talks about, you know, racism in the game, saying, you know, obviously, you know, when someone's pockets gets hurt, you know, there's a lot of uproar. I wish there was the same amount with racism and all that. So, Pence, you know, what's your opinions on Bamford, especially on that message, to be fair? Because it's blew up, to be fair, on social media.
Bang on. Absolutely bang on. Couldn't have gotten it any more spot on. It was a bold statement, I'll tell you that, because how many players would have the rocks to go on, go out in an interview and say something like that? It takes some serious rocks to say something like that. Well, okay, but like this is professional footballer with with a lot on the line. He's playing at Leeds. He's he's had a great season, and he's probably looking to continue on with that, and obviously doesn't want to damage his reputation. And it's a risk that you take because of the club.
Could you imagine the uproar if they took action against him?
Oh no, but I'm saying
out against racism.
Oh yeah, like, no way. But
the shit show we see right now would be a shit show in an inferno.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, and because it was the way that he said it, because a lot of he directly could have pissed a lot of people off with the way he talked about their pockets, and how the billionaires they only care when it's about money and not not race. I agree 100% with this statement. There was not a single thing wrong about it, but he could have seriously pissed a lot of people off by how he said it and how he worded it. But I'm glad he did say it like that, because it needed to be said. You need to start pissing people off if you're going to accomplish anything. That's how it goes. I mean, it's like with the protests, you're not going to do anything unless you actually take action. And you need to take bold action if your subtle actions aren't going to do anything. So, it's. Yeah, bang on. Well done to him. I'll applaud for for finally speaking up and saying something that needed to be said. It was a bold statement and it needed to be said.
100%. Niall, what's your opinions on it?
Oh, it was brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. I loved every minute of it. Like, look, with the Super League, I've said this before, it's picking the best out of a bad bunch. So I had to pick either the Premier League or UEFA and FIFA, or 12 wankers. So I picked the UEFA lot. Now, that doesn't mean that UEFA get off scot-free. I have thumbnails ready. FYI, there will be streams. That new format, will be discussing that. Them being a bunch of corrupt ass wankers, yeah, we'll be discussing that. But I thought Bamford worded it perfectly. People's pockets are getting hit, so they cause problems. Racism, it didn't hit UEFA's pocket, but they haven't reacted. And just one word on the protest. If I'm United and Liverpool, I'm sitting in front of that coach's entrance. I'm not letting the Northwest Derby go ahead. Do you know how powerful that image alone would be? Not only are you protesting together, you're going to sit there and not allow anyone through. You're going to cancel a game of two of the biggest clubs in the country. Like, you'll have your owners out within 2 days.
Yeah.
I think they'd finally start to, to resonate with them that, look, we can't show our face out anymore. I mean, Avram Glazer, I don't even know how to pronounce his first name, but he was out today, and it was, people were all over him. He stayed away and was well protected, but cameras all over him, and it's going to get to a point where they just can't take the pressure anymore. But like you said, with Liverpool and United, I don't know if that would mean anything to them. That's the problem. They don't. They don't know football, though. That's the problem.
If you had the Northwest Derby cancelled,
right,
because the fans have not let them in,
that is
going. Like, they might not understand, but they'll have someone who understands.
Who will know and will be telling them. You gotta hope so, because they won't understand the magnitude of Manchester United versus Liverpool. Talk about Man United, Man City, the Manchester Derby. It's peanuts compared to Man United, Liverpool. That's the true rivalry in the Premier League. In my opinion, the best one in the Premier League. You'd have to have someone that would seriously be pounding it into their head, saying, "Look, this is a huge deal."
Joe Glazer did come out saying he did not know the offside rule for 2 years, and then he still doesn't know about it. Do you mean, how is this our owner? Look,
the thing
I've said this at the start.
If you just cancel a game, like, imagine.
It's not just a game.
Yeah, but of course it's not just a game. That's live on Sky. Sky are gonna have to sit there, like, they're gonna have to be like, the Manchester Liverpool game has been cancelled because fans have protested. Them images are gonna be around the fucking globe within minutes. That is going to reach the Glazers. And don't forget, the Premier League are going to find the shit out of both clubs.
Yeah.
Because the game got cancelled. Because Sky are going to be on the Premier League's back going, we wanted that. We had that. That was ours.
The image rights in the window,
We want our fucking money back, you bunch of cunts. And literally, that would, trust me, anything you do, that would cause the biggest problem for the Glazers and FSG. It works for both of you. It works for both of you. That's the thing.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, look, United fans, Liverpool fans, we do not get along the slightest bit. But it's just funny how our owners, right, are the thing that will put us together to stop this, to make sure that we actually get back to the success that we once were. Liverpool, yes, they won the Premier League, they won the Champions League, big deal. Look what happened now. But it's all down to the owners, and that's what I'm saying. Jamie Carragher even said this on, I think it was Monday Night Football or something like that. He said, if Jurgen Klopp had left Liverpool because of the arguments with FSG, Liverpool fans would burnt Anfield down just to get rid of those in under a week. It just shows you, like, he himself believes that Liverpool fans are the most powerful fans. They're even more powerful than the owners. I do think he agrees that United fans are just as powerful as Liverpool fans in their own club. Okay, but talking about Leeds, right? Obviously, we probably secured, second place, but what is this? Do you believe this game is really important? Look, Leeds are a team to watch out for. They're still trying to get top 10. They're probably going to get over Arsenal, let's be honest. But just to keep this, going. Obviously, Leicester will be 7 points if they win their game in hand, obviously tomorrow. But what do you see in this game, Pence? Do you see another 5-2 McTominay double, or what do you see in this game?
I hope so. I think. From here on out, it's not over until it's over. It's not over until we're given until City's getting the getting handed the trophy. It's not over. That's all I'll say. We've seen it happen before.
I agree on that.
We've seen it happen before. Look, is it likely? No, obviously. Look at any sports book. The betting odds show that it's not likely, but you can still place a bet on it, meaning that it is still a possibility. I think every game, we got to take it a game at a time, and I think it's huge. I think we needed Villa to get a result against City, but obviously red cards didn't exactly help. But
we
needed a result there, but they didn't get it. So I think three points is necessary. And I worry because Leeds are a dangerous team. Obviously, we didn't show much they didn't show much the first time we played them, but they are a dangerous team that if you are not careful, they can turn around and beat you. They have shown it in the league this year that they can beat anyone on any given day. So I think gotta focus. Definitely need 3 points here.
Yeah, 100%. No, you're very shocked about what we were saying. Like, could you please?
I'm shocked at how the hell you worded that. Like,
how
is the Leeds game still important? It's the Roses derby. Do you not understand the hatred both sets of fans have for each other?
Might have said that quite a bit wrong, but
you think like this is one of the most hated rivalries. Fuck Manchester derby. This one is like 10 times that. It's brutal. Yeah, of course you need to win. You can't lose to Leeds. Like,
yeah.
The outrage that there already is.
Yeah.
It's bad enough. You lose to Leeds, and that is literally like having a load of petrol in front of you and just whacking a match on it. Mm-hmm. Like, why? You really want to see Old Trafford in the burning inferno? Just go lose to Leeds after, in the same week that you've been entered into a Super League, pulled out of the Super League. Ed Woodward's been resigned. The Glazers are still in charge. Like, Jesus Christ, it's already. I mean, the fan base is already rattled, isn't it? Like,
the gasoline's been it's been spread out throughout the entire football club. There's someone standing over there with a little match, just kind of teasing it around in the air.
One little. All it takes is one little thing. One wrong PR move, one wrong press conference, one wrong result. Like, it just takes one thing, and the thing is, the pressure isn't on the players for this one. I think it's all at the top. Obviously, the pressure is on the players to win the game. But if we lose or we drop points tomorrow, I don't think it's on the players for the result. But it doesn't. The fallback's not immediately on the players. The fallback goes to the top. Say we get like. I mean, it's on the players obviously for the result, but. I mean, Rashford's probably not going to play tomorrow. I'll tell you what, if Ollie plays Rashford, or not tomorrow, Sunday, if Ollie plays Rashford on Sunday, I'm going to be livid. He didn't train today. I'm going to be furious. And it's not like he's 23 years old. Well, Rashford's like 23, I believe. Why are we playing a 23-year-old who is not training 2 days before a huge? I mean, if we drop points, title's gone. Obviously, title's near gone anyway. The way I'd do it, right? You need pace. You need a shit ton of pace for Leeds.
Daniel James,
Diallo, Greenwood, Daniel James. That is literally. You go Diallo, James.
Everyone who's under like 6 foot. Jesus, that's gonna be great.
Over the top. Diallo, Greenwood, Dan James. The amount of pace in that is dead. All it takes is one perfect ball from McTominay or Bruno. Or Lindelof at this rate. Lindelof has turned into... I wouldn't play Pogba. Not yet. I'd have him on the bench. I'd play McTominay and I can't pass the ball Fred. With he can score, but he can't pass. But RJ, I could have scored that if I was in that position. And to be honest, he did nearly put it over the bar as well. Like, it was dangerously close towards the crossbar. Like, your heart drops for a second as soon as the ball leaves. That boy has zero. That boy has zero composure when it comes to scoring.
I mean, you should have seen me when I was streaming. I was literally saying Fred for like 5 minutes. Wait, did he actually score? And I was like, it's like literally like flashed before my very eyes. No, but look, but yeah, like I said, so Pence, that's a quick question, right? So me and Matthew both agree on this topic. Is this still achievable? Can we get this done? Can we win the Premier League title? Do you believe? Or do you think?
It's not over until it's over. I'm not going to stop believing until it is done.
There's breaking news. Ollie has shoved the fat lady in a cupboard. She ain't singing yet.
Yeah, he's locked her and he's thrown away the key. He's not going to give in until it is mathematically impossible. When it is mathematically impossible, congrats, Man City. I won't say anything. Whatever, they can do one for all I care. But they've
next year, so.
they've been the best team in the Premier League this season. So it's not like they haven't deserved it, but. I'm not gonna concede defeat until it's mathematically impossible.
Am I still allowed to say fat lady singing in today's society? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, just say it. Fuck it. I mean, until
we get a new.
I apologize if I may or may not have offended anyone with that recent comment.
Until we get a new saying.
Just
go Ricky Gervais style.
In today's society, I don't know what's right or wrong these days. Anyway,
one thing that we do want to talk about, obviously, this is not United, obviously, but City losing to Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. How happy were you that they lost, Spence? That Chelsea got it done, and especially Ziyech and getting the goal, or Ziyech, whatever you want to call him, Ziyech getting the goal, and even Timo Werner assists. I mean,
it should be standards. I mean, you got to consider what they've spent. I mean, doesn't mean a ton to me in all honesty, but you got to consider the standards, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, and Niall, from an unbiased United supporter,
I had literally zero feeling on this game at all. Like. I was just watching a good game of football. Like the thing is, I've always said that City's always getting undone by a counter-attacking team. Like if you look at all the games they've lost, United, Leeds, Chelsea, what do they all have in common? Deadly counter-attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean deadly counter-attacks. So it's no surprise that City have come undone against them three clubs. It's just there's no one else in the league with that sort of deadly counter-attack.
Mm-hmm.
All I will say is, imagine they don't win anything this season. I'm just saying, theoretically, they could still not win anything. They're rumored to win the quadruple. They could lose to Spurs. They could lose to PSG.
Oh, I beg they lose to Spurs. I fucking beg.
Oh, honestly, if Harry Kane lifts it up and just drops it like the Aubameyang style.
Ryan Mason in his second game.
If he does that, I swear that'd be hilarious, man. Yeah, but look, we're going to talk about the Europa League. Obviously, it's probably going to be the final topic before we finish up. And it's been a great stream. We got 15 out of 15 in the quiz. Screw you, Liverpool. You got 13. Take the out. So we're going to talk about the Europa League. Obviously, we take on Roma. We do take on two former players in Mkhitaryan and also Mike Smalling as a former manager. Yeah, Smaldini. Yeah, or Mike Smalling as
is he going to be playing? His family was held at gunpoint recently. I don't know if he's going to be in a fit state.
Maybe, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be a big miss for Roma if he does not play. To be fair, he's
been quite injury prone this season. So
as he always has been, though. That's a career thing for him.
Yeah, him and Eric Bailly, simple as that.
Hence is like injury prone. Yeah, that's just Chris Smalling.
That's just that's his middle name, Chris injury prone Smalling.
So do you really see you get straight through, all they get past the semi, get into the final, do you see this as easy enough, or do you see it as a challenge, or just a step up to what Granada was, to be fair?
I mean, I think it's definitely still a challenge. I don't think it's going to be easy by any stretch. I mean, Roma's not exactly a side you can take lightly. And Arsenal, if we get through to the final, I would hope that Arsenal would win that against Villarreal, but you never know. And Arsenal against United, they turn up like it's the Champions League final every single time we play. So, it's one of those things where, are we favorites to win? Yes, but am I entirely confident that we're going to win? I wouldn't put my life savings on it. But we should win. I think it's definitely and like I said earlier, it's the the true barometer as if we are really moving forward and progressing under Ollie. I mean, we can't lose another semifinal. Surely not. We lose another semifinal. I mean, it's just going to be another trophyless season where we finish top 4 and that's it. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the biggest thing for me is because there's still the Premier League. I think was still talking about. I don't know. Fans are saying point deductions, whatever. I don't know what gets handed down, but they're saying the rumors just whether they're making it up or not. We're in the realm of 20-point deduction. That would put us in 6th place. So that would take us out of Champions League. I think this is obviously the extreme hypothetical, but say something like that does happen, we would need Europa to get into the Champions League. So. I think Champions League is a must, obviously, if they do something like that. But do I think they will? No. But I think that would be, just that extra security blanket just to say, okay, if this does happen, we are protected and we are definitely guaranteed Champions League football, obviously barring UEFA, sanctions, whatever. But
yeah, 110%. Niall, what about you about the semi with Ollie? What do you think?
I can't remember who I said it to. I think it was on last night's stream, late night Let's Talk, where I basically said, could you imagine if Ollie fucks up another semi and then next semi gets is an FA Cup semi-final against Plymouth Argyle and we knock you out? Sorry, but boys, you'd all have to be here and I'll be absolutely unbearable for quite some time.
I'll stick to my own channel. And Pence will stick to his.
Oh no, you'll absolutely be here because the stream will be about. I think we agreed it'll be about an 18-hour stream and me just ripping the shit out of you. It'll be quite. In all seriousness, now you should be Roma. They're good, but they're not great. There's nothing. There's nothing that should worry you. You're quite good defensively as well, and they're not very good defensively. So, you should get past Roma. And with Pence was saying a lot of the things right about. Just making sure that you got that bit of extra sort of security and that around. So it makes sense.
Because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, you want to obviously win the trophy, but looking at the grand scheme of things, we don't get Champions League, and we're stuck in Europa. What tells Sancho to leave Dortmund? I mean, the Dortmund looks like they're going to miss out on Champions League this year, and if he's going to leave because he wants Champions League football, what's going to entice him to come to us instead of going to like City or another Champions League club that wants him?
Yeah,
110%.
Well, they would also have points deductions as well, wouldn't they? So it wouldn't.
Well, but City would still be. I think City would still be 4th place. I saw with a point deduction. I believe they're 4th place because they're obviously top of the league. So I think I saw they were in 4th.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I'm just looking to see where Arsenal will be at 20 points.
Oh God, they'd be in relegation.
They would be in the relegation.
Could you imagine the scenes of Arsenal actually? I genuinely think that could make them go bust. We joke, but that could actually make Arsenal completely go bust.
Arsenal fan TV would be the greatest bit of content.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine that because of their owners, they got relegated? Oh my god!
Your time with it. Take your time.
I listened to the fans forum that Josh Kroenke had. I don't think he'd be doing another one of them if they got relegated. I think they'd be in hiding for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hilarious.
That's depressing.
Could you imagine Solskjaer's face?
I mean,
oh my god!
No, I feel bad for him. I would genuinely feel bad for Arsenal fans. It's hard. It takes a lot for me to say that I would feel bad for Arsenal fans. Arsenal, but no, I would genuinely feel bad. Think about it. Someone on my stream the other night said they came on and said that they would want the players in the club as a whole to be punished if that means they get. He wanted them to be relegated. I don't know if you guys saw the clip I posted on Twitter. He wanted them to be relegated in order to punish the clubs. And the players as well. And he said, if the players don't want to play for the club, then get out. I'm like, what? This has nothing to do with the players. Why should someone like Marcus Rashford, who absolutely would die for Manchester United, why should you punish him? Why should he have to leave in order to play Premier League or Champions League football? I was absolutely dumbfounded.
All I will say is, just by a wise voice once said,
"It's time to go."
Rest in peace. No, look, imagine if that had to happen. God forbid. Souls would never be on this channel. I'll probably keep DMing. They'd probably get a restraining order, to be fair.
Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. Remember, I planned for this. I had Sky Bet Championship thumbnails ready.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah. I remember that.
I'm ready for this.
All right, yeah. So we're going to finish it up right there. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. So first, we're just gonna say where you can find them. Pence, where can they find you, man?
At Pensucan, every social is actually running a giveaway over on Twitter for this weekend. So check me out over on Twitter. Get involved in the giveaway.
Absolutely. Niall, where can they find you?
Rounding up American owners and getting them to sell their clubs.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where you can find Matt. Hold on.
I'm not joking. Just every stream, I'm gonna say the hashtags are now gonna have Conke out, Glazers out, FSG out.
Fair enough. You can find Matthew, who's here, who's helping me out with the quiz today. You can find him at MSC6921 on Twitter. So there you go. And you can find me at Robotic Jaguar on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok as well. We're going to be making some content in the summer. Just hit 9K, so we're going for that 10K very soon. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. That's been all. And yeah, hope you had a good time watching, and we'll see you next week, 10 p.m. That's it.